Woke up. Wake you up. Wake that ass up.
Program your alarm to Power 105.1 on iHeartRadio.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Good morning.
Charlamagne running a little late, and it's Monday. Back to the work week.
Yes, sir.
How was your break? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good, man. I felt good cooking. Listen. I cooked half of everything, and then my mother-in-law cooked. I did not know that lady had chops like that in the kitchen.
Mexican food?
Like, no, Nick. No,
What?
we didn't have no Mexican food, Joe. We did. Okay, so we did turkey, ham. Now, look, I'm the type I do turkey and turkey wings because I don't like the whole turkey. I just like the dog meat. So I did the turkey wings. She did the turkey. She did sauerkraut with the pig's feet.
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't do that, but I do that still.
Okay.
Collard greens with the not the hog mugs, the smoked pork neck.
Okay.
I know y'all probably ain't used to that no more, but I do that. And then we had mac and cheese. 4 cheese mac and cheese. Then Naya made her mac and cheese, which was different. So we had a mac and cheese off. I won, obviously. And then we had yams and sweet potato casserole. It was so much food.
So there's no taco?
Stuffing. No tacos, Joe.
Because I'm just asking.
No, she didn't want to do that. She wanted to be country and do it the black way.
Okay.
How was yours? I know y'all different, mixed up in the house too. So.
Yes, yeah. So Andrew's mom came. You know Andrew's mom?
Yes, I met her in
daughter's
Ohio.
fiance,
I love her, yes.
So her mother, and his 2 siblings came. So
dope.
We usually do like a Caribbean type of thing. So we usually have oxtail, we have jerk chicken, we have curry chicken. We do the mac and cheese and all that other stuff as well. But because his family was there, we did the turkey.
Yeah.
We did ham.
Yeah.
And some of the traditional Thanksgiving feast. It was dope though. We had a great time.
Nice.
We had a great time.
Did they like the decorations? You put up your decorations back in October.
Yeah, they love the decorations.
Okay,
they love the decorations.
I bet.
Yeah,
That's
that was
what's
a
up,
And then
man.
I also had to, during the break, I had to fly to Alabama to do a show with Drew Hill and John B.
Okay, Baltimore, Drew Hill.
Yeah, I didn't know there was like 8 members of Drew Hill now. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
They just kept coming on stage. It was like Cisco, then Nokio, then Jazz, then what's the other brother's name? I can remember.
I don't know, but it's 3 more after that.
Then I think Player entered the group, like the R&B group Player. They're
No,
part
I
of
don't
Drew
know,
Hill
Blair.
now.
Really?
Somebody else is part of it. It was mad on stage.
I didn't know why they added. Why they add so many people?
It was
if they
mad,
got all the originals.
Mad people on stage.
Okay,
I was
all right.
trying to Google every time somebody came on stage. I
Because you
didn't
didn't
know.
want to look like you didn't know nobody.
I didn't know nobody.
Okay.
Because I knew Cisco, I knew Nokio, I knew
Of
Jazz.
course, the originals.
Then when Player came on, I was like, I know Player, but they not Drew Hill, and I had to Google and see.
Yeah, see, I got
It was
you now,
confusing,
too.
but yeah.
How was the show? Was
they
it lit?
killed it. Drew
Dope.
Hill killed it. John B just a cool white boy.
Yeah, shout out to John
He
B.
performed. Yeah, he
love him.
played the keys, had his sunglasses on. He's just a cool white boy.
Yeah,
he
he
killed
definitely
it.
cool.
He killed it.
He
So-
white or is he Puerto Rican? I thought he was Puerto Rican.
I thought he was white.
John B. White?
John B. White.
Well, the last interview that we did with him up here, he do look like a member in Sync back in the day. But back in the day, he looked like our engineer Red. He looked like, and Red is Puerto Rican.
No,
So I
John.
thought John B was Puerto Rican all these days.
No, John B. White.
Damn,
I'm gonna be
okay.
singing John B. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. All right. We got front page news when we come back. Also, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. And it's officially time.
What?
Now it's Christmas time.
Oh, God. Okay.
Now it's Christmas time. Now we should play Mariah. Now
Is
we should be playing
Mariah
Run DMC.
officially thawed
Yes.
out? Okay, we got 25 days.
Now it's officially
25 days of Christmas.
the Christmas season.
All right,
now
let's
we
go.
should be able to play this.
Let's get it.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. All right, that was
The
Mariah
greatest
Carey.
Christmas song of all time,
What's that?
Feliz Navidad. Your people's song?
That's not my people's.
Oh,
That
my God.
song is so fire.
For
I'm
real.
talking to you.
No, not
Talking to
today,
you.
not my people.
Feliz
My favorite song is
Navidad.
Give Love on Christmas Day by Johnny Gill.
Mine is
That's Shaw House song.
Christmas in Hollis.
Y'all
Hollis and
famous.
Christmas.
Feliz-
Christmas in
all
Hollis.
of those are
Run
great,
DMC.
but Feliz Navidad is really the slap of Christmas.
You know she had tacos for Thanksgiving?
I did not. My
That's
mother-in-law
that's
cooks. No.
Ground turkey?
No. We had turkey, we had ham, we had pork ribs and
They
everything.
just put it in the taco.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's right. That's what I said.
No, they didn't. No, we did not do that. Why
All
are
right.
you listening to him?
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, wow.
Feliz Navidad. That song is
That's the only
fire.
part you know.
No, I don't.
What else you know?
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
The English part.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
That's true.
Oh my goodness. Morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Back to the work week. Let's get in front. Take that off, man.
That's fire. Why you hating on your own people?
All right. Well, let's start off with sports. All right. Now, the What? Yeah, the Chargers beat the Raiders last night. The Broncos beat the Commanders. The Bills beat the Steelers. The Buccaneers beat the Cardinals. The Panthers beat the Rams. The Jets beat the Falcons. The Dolphins beat the Saints. The Cowboys, y'all beat the Chiefs, right? 31-28?
We did on Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-hmm. And the Eagles lost to the Bears. Now, Monday Night Football, the Giants take on the Patriots. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MV. Jess, Charlamagne, how y'all doing this morning?
Peace, Mimi.
Good morning. All right, so we start this morning in Washington, where investigators are still working through that ambush that killed one National Guard member and left another in critical condition just blocks away from the White House. Now, officials say 20-year-old specialist Sarah Beckstrom was killed and 24-year-old Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf remains in critical condition after both were shot in broad daylight while walking their patrol route last week. Now, authorities say the gunman, an Afghan refugee, opened fire with a revolver before another Guard member returned fire and detained him. He is now under guard at the hospital, and prosecutors are pursuing a first-degree murder charge. Now, in the wake of the shooting, President Trump has paused all asylum decisions from so-called third-world countries and ordered U.S. embassies to stop issuing visas to Afghan nationals while the administration reviews its vetting system. The White House is placing blame on the prior administration, even though immigration records show the suspect's asylum was approved this April under the Trump administration's own process. A national security official say the suspect previously served on a CIA-trained strike force in Afghanistan, meaning he would have had to gone through U.S. security vetting years before ever coming to the United States. Now, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, she was asked about those conflicting details, including the vetting and the asylum approval during an appearance yesterday on Meet the Press. Let's listen to that exchange.
But I just want to be very clear about this because his asylum was approved in April of this year on the Trump administration's watch.
Yeah, the vetting process all happened under Joe Biden's administration.
But was he vetted when he was granted asylum? Are you saying he wasn't vetted when he was granted asylum?
Vetting is happening when they come into the country, and that was completely abandoned under Joe Biden's administration. And that's why I'm so grateful we have a president now that isn't going to allow it to happen, that he now has put in place measures under his watch at the Department of Homeland Security that we are bringing in new information on vetting, new information to use, such as what do they do on Facebook, what do they do on TikTok and other social media platforms.
Well, the president is now requesting an additional 500 National Guard troops to be sent to Washington. And so far, officials say they still do not have a motive for that shooting that took place.
I hate how things move so fast in this country. Like, you hear about 2 National Guard members getting killed. Before you can digest that, Trump is permanently pausing migration. You know, now they're politicizing the situation already. Like, we don't even, like you said, we don't even know what the motive was yet.
Exactly. So they're still investigating that. We're going to talk more to your point, Charlamagne, how fast the news cycle moves about Venezuela in the next hour. And we'll save that. But coming up at 7, a warning for anyone trying to stretch their dollar this holiday season. It is officially Christmas season. We'll tell you about the scams popping up online and how you can avoid them.
And today is Cyber Monday, right? That's what the deal's
That is
Cyber
Monday. Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
We're going to get
as well.
all into it.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Let us know how your Thanksgiving week was, how your Thanksgiving was, how you feeling. If there's some things you need to get off your chest, like I said, phone lines are wide open. Call us up right now. 1-800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake it up. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Hey, what's your name, bro?
My name is Ed from the Bronx.
Ed from the Bronx. Get it off your chest.
Yeah, I'm just tired of all the politics. I'm just tired of all of it, man. Like,
let's get dumb for the month, man.
Huh?
I said, let's get dumb for the month. I'm with you. Let's just drink coquito and get high and just forget about everything for the till January 1st. I'm serious.
Like, the politics is so real, man, that it's messing up the holiday season. Like, the holidays don't even feel like the holidays with so much that's going on in the world.
Damn.
I feel you.
Thank you, brother.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too.
Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Hey, what's your name, bro?
What's going on? This is Jimmy from the BX.
Jimmy from the BX. What up? Get it off your chest.
Too many people from the Bronx calling in this morning.
Listen.
I'm scared.
Charlamagne.
Yes, sir.
We already know that Afghan immigrant, we already know what he came to do. He came here to terrorize the United States. We got to stop picking and choosing on investigating stuff. We already know that they terrorists or whatever. He came here to do harm.
Who said that? I mean, I don't know that. I mean, he did do harm, but I don't know that. I don't know nothing about him.
No, you just right now, you just said, oh, let's not rush to judgment or whatever.
I did not say that. Who the hell said that?
You said it right now, not so long ago.
Y'all crazy. I ain't say nothing about that. I said we don't know the motive.
Yeah, we don't know the motive, but we exactly know the motive. We got to stop sugarcoating.
I don't know the motive.
We know the motive. He wanted to do harm. He wanted to instill fear.
Hey, man, leave me alone. I just got here. I ain't got time for this. I just walked in the building. I really don't have time for this. I don't feel like this right now.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, y'all. This is Chi from Connecticut.
What's up, Chi from Connecticut?
Hey, Connecticut. You better be getting tickets for the show this weekend.
I got you. I'm gonna go and get it.
All right, cool.
I'm lying.
Well, I know you're lying. I just let you go ahead.
But I love you, though.
I love you, too. I love you, too. What's up?
I just wanted to say shout out to all of the parents that got their kids things throughout the years, that were blessed to get their kids things throughout the years, so that this struggling Christmas season, we don't have to come out of pocket for damn near anything. Like, my kids, I asked them yesterday, I said, what y'all want for Christmas? They was like, we have everything. I said, you know what, I am so thankful.
That's amazing. It's good when your kids, it's beautiful when your kids know you broke.
No,
it is.
You're right.
Or when it's okay.
When they understand.
Yeah,
they get
understand.
Listen, at this point, they have more money than me in their little sandwich bags in their drawers. They dresser drawers. Like,
Well, I love your energy, though. You don't sound down. You don't sound, you know what I mean? I love your energy.
No, because what you going to do? What you going to do about it?
Yes.
The day moves on. The year moves on, and money comes and goes.
And you got life.
That's right.
And you got life, and you got good health. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I told y'all the last time I was on, like, when it comes down to my mental health, remember I was telling y'all I go to counseling, and that was one of the biggest things I went to counseling for. Financial stress is just terrible. Like, it wears on the body. So, nope, you can't worry about stuff like that.
That's right. No, you can't. But you know what you need to do? You know what you could do?
What can I do?
You can come to the show. I'm in
Hartford. For free?
Yes. I'm in Hartford, Connecticut this weekend at the Funny Bone Comedy Club Friday and Saturday. How far are you from Hartford? You said you're in Connecticut.
It's about an hour, give or take.
Damn.
Like 45 minutes to an hour. It depends on the traffic.
Are you going to be able to get there?
I'm in Norwalk.
Okay, but are you going to be able to get there?
Yeah, I could get there. I got a car.
God damn. See, they think you destitute.
Hey, yo. No, I'm just saying.
You gonna throw $20 for gas?
Because she said the kids got more money in their sandwich bags than she got. So I'm like, is she gonna be able to get there? It's an hour away.
Like, dang.
You gonna throw $20 for gas for Jess?
Nah, I'm gonna give her them free tickets. I'm gonna get her and 2 other tickets.
Hold on, mama. Don't hang up.
Get your information.
Now you got a show this weekend.
I got 2 shows this weekend. I'm in Hartford, Connecticut at the Funny Bone Comedy Club. We got 2 shows on Friday and 2 shows on Saturday, so I'll be there.
All right.
Get her info now. Don't leave her on hold.
I got a hold, so you can grab it. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Ray. Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on the Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live?
Yeah, hello?
Hey, what up, man? Get it off your chest.
Hey, what's going on? It's Marley, the electrician, man. I want to give a shout out to the Breakfast Club. I just want to shout out all of my students that's graduating from this trade school I teach at.
Word. Dope. Shout that out, please, man. We trying to encourage these kids to go to trade school. It sound like you went underwater, man. Hello?
But again,
boy, the devil busy, man.
Salute to all them students that are graduating trade school. Salute to Lincoln Tech. All the trade schools, whether it's welding, whether it's automotive, whether it's electrical, whether it's HVAC,
I was talking
whether it's what else they have? Healthcare.
Electricians.
I said electrician. Healthcare.
Welding. I was talking to one of my homegirls yesterday. She's a teacher in Charleston. And I don't want to say the school she teach at, but it's like a critical needs school.
Oh boy!
And she was telling me about these kids. I was like, man, these kids can't be as bad as you saying. And then they was telling me about it, and I'm like, yeah, they all need to go to trade school. Just pull them out of high school, send them in trade school. Our teaching trades in high school, man.
Now, trade school, I always tell people, if you don't know what you want to do, but you want a job that hopefully AI can't take over, it's definitely a trade school. You get a trade, you be good money.
And they say the next generation of millionaires are going to be the blue-collar workers.
Yep.
They need like a half a million skilled laborers over the next 5 years.
Yep. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051 if you need to vent. Hey, Loren, how was Thanksgiving?
Good morning. Thanksgiving was great. My birthday was great.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm just floating. Y'all know.
Dope.
Nah, right?
You're not pregnant, right?
I am not pregnant. Thanks for checking.
Did you accept his offer? Because he said, "Will you be my girlfriend?"
I do. I know what's not happening.
Yeah, he did ask you to be his girlfriend. He took you all the way out the country to ask you to be his girlfriend.
Did you accept?
Now
We'll talk about it in the
you're
latest.
2 weeks pregnant and don't even know it.
Wow,
Not on everything. I am not pregnant. Okay, I'm birth control down over here. You don't got nothing to worry about. No, you're not. But when it's time, I do need all the money and all the rich
Why he took
uncles.
you out the country to ask you to be his girlfriend?
It was my birthday. We'll talk about it, okay? I
think it's dope.
I don't want to talk about it.
I want to talk about it. You've been up here saying all these things, and I was not here.
That's something that you're gonna remember. He's
Yeah.
gonna remember that. That's really dope.
Took him out the country to ask you to be his girlfriend?
You don't feel like there should be a formal ask of like, will you be my
I'm
girlfriend?
not leaving the country with you if I'm not your girlfriend already.
Well, I mean,
It's crazy to me.
maybe it's different 2025.
Yeah, or maybe it's just sad and embarrassing.
Damn, all right.
What the hell?
You are so.
I'm
They've
just
been
saying.
dating all this time, yo.
The latest
For
like 50 years.
The latest is coming up, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Lauren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
LL Cool Bay.
Good morning. All right, y'all. So the holiday weekend was pretty festive for some. So we're going to start with Ray J and Princess Love. So over the holiday weekend, on Thanksgiving morning, actually, Ray J was arrested and he was charged with making a criminal threat. His bail was set to $50,000, which he later posted, and everything was on live stream. So let's take a listen to Ray J and Princess Love get into it on Thanksgiving morning.
What you trying to do? Take my kids?
I'm getting my kids.
Okay, take your kids. Watch how they cry. Take my kids because y'all drunk. Drive drunk, princess.
Right, you just
Drive drunk.
You just pointed a gun.
Drive drunk.
You just pointed a gun.
Drive drunk, princess. You and your drunk cousin, because y'all drunk as and y'all alcoholics. Take my kids then. Go ahead. Who's gonna drive? Tony, he's been drinking too.
I'm not driving.
Who's been driving? Everybody?
I
didn't point nothing at y'all.
You pointed a gun at us.
I didn't point nothing at y'all.
You pointed a gun at us.
Yeah, whatever.
All I wanted to do was have a good Thanksgiving.
Why did you wake my daughter up?
You're a woman abuser and
drunk.
you're delusional.
I'm a woman. That's
yes,
what drunk
you
people
are.
say.
Grow the up.
All right,
Seriously.
cool.
You need to
You're not taking my son. Don't touch. Hold on. Hey, I kill you. Stop. I kill you, bro. Stop. Okay, stop. I'm trying to help you out. I got a gun. I'm trying to help you. Get out of here, bro.
So what you hear is...
They didn't hear a lot of it.
That is not okay. Okay.
That is not okay.
None of it was
we
okay.
did the dumb button because the curse slid through. But
yeah, well, but basically what happened, and so I talked to Ray J, trying to kind of understand where all of this came from, because Princess Love later went and explained her side of it, and we'll listen to her as well. And because we were all trying to figure out why they were together on Thanksgiving, being as though they're separate and they co-parent. Like, what made them choose to be together? Because we know that sometimes but they haven't had the best cordial relationship. So I just naturally would have assumed that they would have done Thanksgiving at two different places and figured that out.
Princess did a whole thing where she explained why.
Yeah, we're going to. So what I'm saying is we're going to get to that. But backtracking it, I asked Ray J what was happening prior to this live stream and why did you go on live stream to do all of this? And he says that they got into it downstairs. Yes, I spoke to Ray J. Yes, he says that they were prepping the food. You know, holidays, everybody's drinking, prepping food, and they got into a conversation about a woman that he's dealing with, Sheila, the woman that was up here with him. And he says that went left, and when that went left, things kind of got under control. He says he claims he went on live stream because he wanted to have an account of things from his point of view because everyone else was recording in the house. So then we hear all of the chaos break out. He says that the police were called, and then you hear the police actually come into the house later on in the live stream. And Ray J alleges there were like 14 police officers that showed up. The kids are screaming, crying, everything's happening, and then he's taken away. Now, he also is saying to me that he did not pull the gun on Princess Love. In the live stream, you do see him with a gun when he says that someone is coming up to grab his kids. He says that it was because of her cousin's husband, the guy that you hear tackle Ray J. But he says that he would never have pulled a gun on his kid and his, kid's mom. Now, Princess Love did go online and speak from her point of view and clear up things on her. And I did reach out to her, but I haven't heard back anything additional than this video. Let's take a listen.
I just want to say I've been doing a really great job at protecting my peace. I love my kids. and I would never do anything to put them in danger, including leaving them with a man who's waving a gun around. I'm the best mother, and I do it alone while you're out here running around the world terrorizing women and abusing women. What I'm not about to do is let you deflect and not take accountability for your actions, for pulling a gun out on me and my cousin's husband because I was trying to take my kids and leave your house. I agreed to come over there and cook for Thanksgiving because I wanted you to be around your kids, with me present, because the last time I left them with you, they found you naked in a bed with a woman. And when I tried to ask you about it, you told me to myself and that I don't run over there. Take accountability, Ray. Do better. Check yourself into rehab because you're more than drunk. Everything I do for my kids, including being around you when I don't want to or have to. I'm going to continue to pray for you and pray that you get the help that you need.
Yeah. So the woman that she's mentioning, Ray J told me was Sheila as well, and he said that the way that the incident happened, it wasn't like he was just like aimlessly walking around with this woman in front of his kids. The house is separate, where they were upstairs, there's nannies, and he's back and forth, and then he was there with her, but it didn't happen. He's alleging it didn't happen the way that she's saying it, but he's also alleging that he didn't pull the gun on her. And at this point too, I've asked him, like, have you been able to talk to your kids, because they're screaming at the top of their lungs at the end of that first recording. Have you been able to talk to them to just make sure they're okay? He says he hasn't talked to his kids, and he probably won't until after everything ends. And he's talking about he goes back to court on December 19th for this incident. So yeah, that's where they've left off at this point.
I wonder how much law enforcement uses social media content for situations like this.
I'm sure a lot.
A lot.
I'm sure
Probably.
I'm
Yeah.
sure a lot.
They use it a lot in other situations, so I don't know why they wouldn't in this one.
Well, it's not my business, but I wonder why Ray would have Sheila around his kids if he had his kids. You know what I mean? Unless that was his girl and they were, thinking about moving on. Like, would you have your kids around somebody you just knocking off? Like, isn't that kind of weird?
Not really. But it's weird to answer your question, but I mean, that's his girlfriend, right? I mean, he was just up here. He told that was his girl, right?
I don't remember.
Couldn't really answer.
He didn't say that was his girl.
But because I know everything is like for the antics and like the show.
For the TV show, yeah.
But, you just never know what is, I don't believe anything I see online when it comes from that way.
He got locked up.
I believe what I saw I believe what I saw just now, and I don't like none of it.
Not that. I'm talking about like with his relationship with the girl Sheila, the press run that they doing. I mean, he got a show on Zeus that he's trying to promote as well. So, I mean, I don't know if I believe that relationship, but if he was to have his kids around her, I mean, it would be because that's his girlfriend, I guess. I mean, who knows?
I just wonder what makes people say, I'm going to go live with this.
Well,
why?
I asked him that, and I told him, I'm like, you know how stupid that was to see you on live with a gun in your hand?
But he literally said to Cam Newton, did he say to Cam or one of those interviews that he did where he's like, yo, as long as I'm going down on a decline, whatever is negative, it sells. Like, nobody sees the good I do because I have to pay for people to post that. I don't got to pay for blogs to post anything negative about me, so I crash out literally, willingly.
This was a bit much, because now you see the kids.
But now he's banned from Twitch for life.
He is banned. He had to go over to Kick once he got released. We have that audio, but he said he went live to protect himself. Let's take a listen to him after he was released on Kick.
I just got out of jail. It's not cool. Jail was not okay, bro. Just arguing with this in here off in jail. It's crazy, yeah. Bro, I almost beat the 4 times because I'm like, bro, I'm trying to survive in here, bro.
He did what?
Off in here, bro, under his bed, bro. It was crazy. I almost beat that under his bed, bro. Talking about Ray J. It was a lot. Never go to jail, y'all. It was really bad. Nah, we banned from Twitch permanently, forever. We'll never be able to go back on Twitch. Yeah, we just transferred over. They banned me permanently because I was defending my kids, but it's cool. I'm not worried about bro. I don't work for none of these. I don't work for nobody. We work with.
So he did show the gun because I didn't.
You don't see him pull it or point it at Princess Love in the videos I saw. Anyway.
You just saw him holding a gun.
You do see, but you do
then
see him
you
pull
hear
it.
him threaten to shoot the ish out of somebody.
This the guy that
rushed in.
Yeah.
And see, that's why I don't see how going live protects him in this situation, because if somebody accuses you of pointing a gun at them and then you in the video with a gun, people are just gonna start piecing all types of things together.
Right.
I don't see how that helped him in this situation.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, he's claiming it's because the guy was trespassing because he shouldn't have been upstairs in his home.
I understood that now. When I saw the random guy come in, I understood that because I didn't know who that dude was. But once again, we don't know the context. We just know he went live in that moment. We don't know everything that happened around that situation.
Well, the guy was her cousin's husband, right?
Yeah, and he says that he came upstairs because Princess Love told him to come and help her get the kids, but Ray J said basically that crossed the line. Princess, of course, you're gonna come get the kids, do what you're gonna do. I ain't gonna argue with you. He said he wasn't gonna put his hands on her or anything like that either. But the husband, he said that crossed the line.
Came in his room and tried to get his kids out of his bed.
They did get the kids out the bed. They were asleep. Yeah. So, there's going to be more because he will be in court in a few weeks. So, we'll keep you guys updated.
All right. That's the latest for Loren. When we come back, we got front page news, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, the Bengals beat the Ravens. Dolphins beat the Saints. Jets beat the Falcons. Wow. Panthers beat the Rams. Buccaneers beat the Cardinals. The Bills beat the Steelers. Chargers beat the Raiders. Seahawks beat the Vikings. The Jaguars beat the Titans. The Browns lost to the 49ers. Texans beat the Colts. The Bears beat the Eagles. And the Cowboys beat the Chiefs.
We definitely did. And tonight in Monday Night Football, the Giants are going to get their ass kicked by the New England Patriots. The Giants don't even care no more. It's over. It's fine.
It's all right.
I mean, they ain't cared all season.
We're going to be good next year.
What's your record?
We like 2 and something.
Damn, something.
Yeah, something.
Okay.
Like 2 and 8, 2 and 9, something
2
like
and 9,
that.
I believe.
Yeah. What's up, Mimi? Get me out of here.
I'm coming for you, MB. So good morning, y'all.
Oh,
MB,
2 and 10 actually, Mimi. 2 and 10.
All right.
2 and 10. I'm sorry. 2 and 10 to Giants.
I was trying to move fast. I'm sorry. He stopped me. All right, y'all. Well, to new fallout this morning over those U.S. military strikes on suspected drug trafficking boats in the Caribbean. Those strikes have now killed over 80 people. According to a Washington Post report, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, he allegedly told troops to, quote, kill everybody during an operation in early September. And sources familiar with the mission say a second strike was later carried out that killed the survivors of that first hit. And the Pentagon hasn't confirmed those allegations, but the allegations alone, they have triggered bipartisan oversight on Capitol Hill, where lawmakers are now looking into whether the missions broke U.S. or international law. And the administration, they maintain that the people killed were, quote, narco-terrorists tied to foreign terrorist organizations, and that the strikes are legal because drug cartels have been labeled as terrorist groups under the Trump administration. Meanwhile, Hegseth, he's pushing back. He's calling the report fake news and insisting the strikes were aimed at stopping drug smuggling boats. And President Trump, he's defending him to a group of reporters this weekend on Air Force One. Let's listen to that exchange.
He didn't even know what people were talking about. So we'll look into it. But no, I wouldn't have wanted that, not a second strike. The first strike was very lethal. It was fine. And if there were 2 people around, but Pete said that didn't happen.
Does that make you...
I have great confidence.
You think there's no second strike?
I don't know. I'm going to find out about it. But Pete said he did not order the death of those 2 men.
Do you have any concerns about how those boat strikes have been carried out at all?
Very little, because you can see the boats. You can see the drugs in the boats.
So the president doesn't need to be briefed beforehand?
I thought he did.
How you don't know about the second strike? That's what I'm trying to figure out it.
Yeah. Well, the president also says that he's going to pardon the former president of Honduras, who was serving 45 years for helping cartels move cocaine into the U.S. Now, Trump said that the former president of Honduras, he was treated unfairly. But some lawmakers, they are noting the contrast that the administration is striking alleged narco-terrorists on boats while pardoning a leader convicted of drug trafficking. And meanwhile, the president is ordering the airspace over Venezuela closed as the U.S. increases its military presence there. So we'll continue to watch what's happening.
Talk about a lack of consistency. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people are pointing that out. And now to a story in Northern California where investigators are searching for whoever opened fire at a child's birthday party in Stockton. A mass shooting that left 4 people dead, including 3 children and 11 others injured. Now, officials say more than 100 people were inside a banquet hall on Saturday evening when the shooting started indoors and spilled outside. The victims were just 8, 9, and 14 years old, along with a 21-year-old adult. Officials believe this was a targeted attack and are asking the community for surveillance video, tips, even rumors that could possibly help identify the shooters. On Sunday, families returned to the scene to collect their children's birthday gifts and belongings. city and county leaders. They are calling on the shooters to come forward. They are urging neighbors to come forward with any information. I've been in touch with Stockton Vice Mayor Jason Lee, who grew up in the area and has been with families on the ground. He spoke at a prayer vigil yesterday, urging families to stay calm and to not retaliate as families begin to process their trauma. Let's listen to some of that.
But what I will say to the people that did this is it's never been gangster to kill kids. Never. It's never been gangster to kill kids. You went in a birthday party and shot people's children. Parents brought their children out and they left with medical examiners. That is not human. That is not human. And I will say to those who are thinking of retaliation, when my brother got murdered, I thought about it too. It's human to want to hurt people who hurt people you love. But I had a choice to make, and I hope that the people out there in our community make the right choice and contact law enforcement, call me, call the mayor, call whoever you know, call the pastors, call your friend, turn yourself in. Because at some point, the redemption for what you did is going to happen when you see the person that created you. But you can start that process by turning yourself in and doing the right thing today.
Hey, Jason is right. But
Absolutely.
whatever happens to those people happens to them, man. F them. You know, like that's how I feel. Like you got to find them type of folks and bury them under the jail, or whatever happens in the process of them getting caught. It just whatever happens to them happens. I can care less. You pull up to a birthday party and shoot off all those shots and kill kids. Come on, man. Can you imagine?
Kids? No, I can't imagine. That's just, oh my God.
And I don't want to imagine. God bless those families, man. That got to deal with that during the holiday season. Oh my God.
Yeah. Right before Christmas.
Man.
Very, very sad. The city says counselors will be available at school this week, especially since one of the youngest victims, she was a student in the district and her parents worked for the school system. The district attorney is urging the shooter or the shooters to turn themselves in, and Stockton is now offering a $25,000 reward for information leading to the arrest.
How old are these kids, Mimi? Did they say?
They were 8, 9, 14.
Lord.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, and the oldest one was 21 as an adult, but there are still 11 others injured. So we'll continue to watch and see, what their progress is. We don't know this morning, but there's been 380 mass shootings in the U.S. so far this year, and that a mass shooting is where 4 more people have been shot. So it's a very sad situation. So
thank you, Mimi.
Of course, that's your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV for more stories. Follow the Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app or visit BINnews.com.
Peace, Mimi.
All right,
Bye,
Mimi.
y'all.
Now, when we come back, we have James JJ88 Jacobs, Contessa Gayles, and Richie Reseda when we come back. They have a new documentary. It's called Songs from the Hole. Now, it's a documentary that details James's life. He was convicted of murder as a teenager. When he got to jail a day later, he found out that his brother had died and brother got killed.
Yeah, a lot of people have been watching it on Netflix, so I can't wait to talk about it with them.
Yeah, so we're going to talk to him next about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here today. We got some special guests in the building from the documentary on Netflix, Songs from the Hole. We have James Jacobs, JJ88. We have Contessa Gayles and Richie Reseda. Welcome. How you guys feeling?
It's on Netflix right now, by the way.
Yes. Mm-hmm. How y'all feeling?
Great.
Feeling good?
Happy to be here.
Now, for people that haven't seen the documentary, break down what the documentary is about.
Well, it's a documentary visual album. We tell the story of my life. When I was 15, I was incarcerated for second-degree murder. And during that time, I spent 18 years in prison. And during that time, I wrote an album. I met him. We produced and recorded that album in prison. And I wrote the visuals. We met Contessa and it grew to this film, essentially.
I want to ask you something, AD. You know, at 15, you committed a crime. It was murder. And then 3 days later, your brother was killed.
Yeah.
So how did those two events so close together, I guess, shape your sense of identity and ultimately give you purpose, I guess?
Oh, yeah. Well, at first it took me down like a really dark, like mental place. And after coming through like, suicidal ideations and just, at first I just felt kind of purposeless. I took a life which at 15 is kind of hard to hold and really recognize the gravity of it. But by the time I was 18 and in prison, I just kind of felt worthless and without hope. And losing my brother within that span was kind of like he was kind of who I was emulating and admiring growing up. So it really devastated me. However, like through music, it's like it kind of gave me a place to talk about it and talk about what me and the homies was just experiencing, what me and my family went through. And so I guess through music is where I kind of found purpose in my story and where I could use it.
I want to talk about when you was 15, man, because you said something that I often feel like with these kids, and all of us were kids at some point. You make a terrible choice, a temporary decision. You know, a temporary feeling leads to a permanent decision.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you really understand the consequences of your actions at that time?
I mean, not in the way that I do now. When you're 15, you know. I mean, I think when I was a kid, I knew if you shoot someone, they could die. Mm-hmm. Like, I know that. Mm-hmm. I've seen people die. I've seen violence in my community, but I don't think I knew what it meant for real, like the finality of it at 15. I don't think I knew truly at 15 the impact it was having not only on this person, but their family. When there's people that I've like got back in touch with since I got home who were, there that night and had to witness that, and that night altered their life. And I didn't learn that until I was in my 30s. So you don't, at 15, you don't understand the gravity of it, but you do understand that it is serious. Mm-hmm. And the older I got, the more mature I became, the more I understood how serious it is, which is why we made this film for real.
Now, you were charged as an adult, not a child? Why was that?
Because California is racist.
To put it simple.
Yes, I mean, at 15, serving 18 years, it just seems like in any other state you would have been charged as a child and given a second chance, another opportunity on life.
Nah, they doing it in other states too. They charge kids as adults because they want to take away futures. Mm-hmm. And they have a belief in this like punishment system. We live in a culture where revenge is normal. We value it as a culture. Revenge is something that we explore. Me being a perpetrator of murder and having my brother murdered is something that I had to face for myself, So the reason why they charge us as adults when we're kids is because they believe in revenge. They believe in retribution. Mm-hmm. They believe in eye for an eye.
At 15 years old, when you were standing in front of the judge, not really understanding what's happening in your sentence, in the doc, you talk about looking over to your attorney and being like, so when am I going home?
Yeah.
Right? What at that moment as a kid, what did you need outside of just being locked away behind bars? Like, what could they have given you that would have actually, like, in that moment helped you reform?
Do you mean like after I've committed murder, like what to offer a kid?
Yeah, like what should be the the rehabilitation of a person that is 15 years old that murders a person?
I don't know what it should be. I can tell you what I did. Mm-hmm. What helped me was like just having safe places to talk about it. So I didn't to talk about what I had done. Mm-hmm. I don't think I needed to necessarily be locked away. Once I committed murder, I knew it was foul. I felt the seriousness of it. It wasn't like I wasn't celebrated by my homies. So I knew that this was not the move to make, but I needed to understand why, and I didn't get that opportunity. In court, they don't give you an opportunity to understand why you are in this moment, how serious it is that you have taken a life. And there's no plan to help you mature through it and process it,
You said you weren't celebrated. You also talk a lot about how you thought, like, this is kind of like a song. Like, we talk about it in songs, the song is over, you know? Yeah. So you had an idea of what you thought committing a crime would be like, and then you actually found yourself committing the crime.
Yeah, I mean, that's true for a lot of my homies. We listen to music, and this is no like condemnation on like hip hop and the music we grow up on. I think it's just true that when I listened to music as a kid, when I watched films as a kid and I saw violence, it didn't seem, the film cuts off. Mm-hmm. And then I see the on the red carpet, I see him on the red carpet. Like, it's regular. You don't really understand that person in that story didn't come back in real life. And so as a kid, I thought, in 2003, 2004, I was listening to Get Rich or Die Trying. And like, that was the epitome of being a gangster. And so, once I realized after, as a kid, it ain't, just a song. It like when you go back to your homies, they gonna look at you and they gonna be scared of you. They gonna look at you and they gonna have real fear. Like, what did you just do? The homies ask me, what you just do, fool? What did you do? Like, why did you do that? Everybody I know who had a murder in prison, like none of them got dapped up when they homies found out. Everybody for what? They might talk about it in even like they tell war stories, sure, but it's like not after it happened. I don't know nobody who got dapped up directly after. Like, oh, we did that. Let's go. This is in that car, quiet,
dealing with the gravity, with
smoking, drinking,
trying to
numb out.
Them is seriously quiet.
Yeah.
It ain't no game. Like that's what I came to realize, that you take a life, it ain't fun. It's not honorable to me. Especially in the context of just regular street, like.
Contessa and Richie, how did y'all connect with James to help him tell his story?
So what 88 didn't share was that he wrote the music that's in the film in solitary confinement. After he got out of solitary, he transferred to the prison where Richie was at, and that's how they met. He could talk about how they collaborated more on the music. But I met the both of them when I was filming a documentary for CNN. I used to work at CNN, and the last project I did for them was a feature called The Feminists on Cell Block Y. And it was about a group that Richie had co-founded in prison and was leading for his fellow incarcerated men, where they were reading feminist literature like Bell Hooks and, learning about patriarchy and how it shows up in their lives and unlearning it. So Richie was leading that group, and 88 was a participant and a co-facilitator of that group. And that was the first time that I heard a little bit of 88's story. And it was the last day of filming that documentary. It had nothing to do with the group, but the two of them were in the prison gym. And it was Richie's last day at the prison. He was about to be transferred to finish his sentence somewhere else. And they had the prison rental keyboard, and Richie had the keyboard on a trash can, and 88 was singing and rapping some of those songs that he wrote in solitary. And there was a group of the guys gathered around, and like they knew all the lyrics, so you could tell like this is stuff, something that they've been sharing. And I was just struck by like how powerful the music was, how much storytelling there was in 88's lyrics, but I didn't know the context of his story and the relationship between that and the music, and how he came to the whole and writing that music in the whole. Fast forward a year after that film came out, they both approached me about, would you want to work on a visual album using 88's music? You heard some of it. I was like, send me what you got. And once I like listened to the recordings and really like over the course of our development got to know more about how 88 came to the whole, and then writing the music there, and then what they were able to do inside producing a whole album, I knew that we had something really special that could really be a testimony. Like 88's story is a testimony, and the music is so impactful in being able to like hold the narrative and tell his story. So we started collaborating from there and really like evolved our relationship from this like kind of more traditional space of like journalistic, I was the filmmaker, they were the film participants, to like co-collaborators on this project. And it was a true collaboration. Like 88 was inside the whole time. We were 8 months into the edit when he was released, and we managed to figure out how to collaborate across the prison walls through phone calls, through letters, 15-minute phone calls at a time. That's how we met.
I got a two-part question for you, 88.
Well, you gonna ask Richie how they met? Because I know you asked both of them, but Richie didn't.
Yeah, Richie could fill in more though with it.
I had met 88 while I was in prison. I had just released an album from prison, so everybody at the prison kind of knew me as a producer. So when 88 got to the yard, the people who knew him from other prisons were like, you gotta meet 88, you gotta meet 88. And I wasn't. Everybody in prison think they can rap just like everybody on the streets think they can rap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I wasn't like in a rush to meet him necessarily. I was like, okay. But when I did meet him, we have a homie named Talib who was trying to put together a poetry book. So he was bringing all these artists together, and we had met in the law library, and I heard him rap and sing, and I was blown away. Honestly, he could both rap and sing very well, which a lot of people can't do. Usually they do one well, and then the other they kind of do for fun. And the story he was telling and the position he had on it. It's not an easy thing to make music that doesn't necessarily glorify or judge the streets. And I was like, yo, let's make this album.
Y'all had all the equipment in jail? Y'all were able to have the equipment in jail?
Nah, we broke the rules.
Okay.
The way that we made the album was against the rules.
Well, y'all out now, so how did y'all do it?
But I can't tell you.
Okay, all right.
Because it's people in who still make music that way. But the way we made this album in prison was completely against the rules. The prison was against it in every way. They ran up in my cell. They threatened to send me to the hole for making music, and but it was like
they denied me at board for making music.
Really?
I was able to be a part of a collaboration that Richie was EPing, and it featured incarcerated artists and free artists. And when I got to board, they named that as like a reason why I was a danger to society, is that you make music.
Wow.
So
it's important to point out he had life. He wasn't sentenced to 18 years. He was sentenced to 40 years to double life.
Right.
So, we didn't know when 88 was coming home. We knew spiritually he was coming home, but we didn't know when he was coming home. So when we finished the album, we were like, typically you do an album, then you tour it. And we didn't have that opportunity with him. So we were like, let's do a visual album. And that's kind of how the idea began. Then we approached Contessa, and she built it out to an actual film.
One other question. Is it true that you can't profit off of a crime that was done? Is that true? I always used to hear that.
So in California, the way that the law is written is that basically you can't take, if you're incarcerated in California, you can't talk about your crime in a way that makes you money. So you can't write a book about it and make money. You can't make music about it or a film or anything and make money. All of that typically has to go to the people who are impacted about the crime. And 88's case is unique in that the album and the film is not about the fact that he harmed somebody, but rather that he had committed harm and he had been harmed, that his brother was murdered. But we also didn't release it until he got out.
During your time in solitary confinement in 88, like you turned music into a lifeline, right? Like, what was the moment you realized music was an escape for you? And I know that's probably what kept you sane in the hole.
Yeah, as soon as I got in, as soon as I got locked up, I knew. I grew up with music. I grew up in the church. I grew up singing. I grew up rapping. I started like writing in about the 7th grade. So when I got locked up, you don't know what the hell to do when you're a kid just in a box, kind of. You're just sitting there thinking, you're listening to different sounds, and suddenly next to me, the cell next to me is the homie, we call him Johnny West, Jonathan Marquez. He beating on the bed and he rapping, but he rapping radio songs. Some of his, he was rapping some of his stuff, but mostly he was just rapping songs that we all knew. And so I was like, hey, yo, I yelled through the vent like, yo, I could rap too. Like, when we come out, we gonna rap. We get to the day room, he beat on the table. And when I perform like these little chicken shit ass, excuse my language, these little like, raps I wrote in this cell, the kids is kind of like, yo, you hard. And it's like changing the environment. So when I realized like, oh, I could impact people around me just by, occupying our time. They not like annoyed trying to get away from me. They like spit that song. I started to do it more, and then I shared it with my father, who is an elder in the church and doesn't listen to hip hop. And he's just like, well, son, music brings people joy. So if you share your gift with them and become their joy, they will protect their joy. And so share your gift with people and you'll see that.
Is that the moment you realized that music could also be your voice?
Yeah, I mean, I've always known music was a medium to like express myself and use my voice. It was gonna come in some oratory fashion for me. My dad being a pastor, my mom being a singer, I knew like the power of my voice. I just didn't know the significance of it. Sometimes I still don't, but I didn't know that it could be meaningful to write what's happening in my life, to be meaningful or that people would actually value it and care about it until I started to see the impact I was having on the yard.
You know, Contessa, there's footage in the doc that shows a time when 88 and his family was still fighting for him to get out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
What made you see the value in his story before knowing he'd be freed in there?
The value to me was the music itself, and you know, I think we can share a little bit. I hope folks go watch the film on Netflix, but the whole story is leading up to the moment where 88 realizes that he's incarcerated with the person who killed his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that and what happened after that, maybe that's the part I won't say, but that there was like so much power for healing and transformation if people heard this story, to understand that, you know, what we were talking about in terms of like our culture's obsession and reliance on retribution and punishment and revenge, like we can choose something else in our interpersonal relationships and systemically. So that's what drew me to it. But no, we had no idea that that 88 would have the opportunities that he had to come home. Like Richie said, he had 40 years to life plus life. And we kind of structured the whole narrative arc of the story around spiritual freedom and like internal healing and freedom. And that's, you know, each music video treatment kind of builds on that, healing the younger self. We didn't know that we would have the ending that we would have in the film when we started. And once those opportunities started picking up, so we're following, you know, his family going to court, what's condensed down in the film was 2.5 years of going to court. And then commutation from the governor. We had to follow it in real time because it was relevant to the story. But it really was never a film about, because I think there's a lot of films about incarceration where it's centered on, does the person get to come home? And do we all get to celebrate at the end if they come home? We wanted to resist that because we really wanted it to feel like everyone watching this had an entry point into their own healing. So to make it about the spiritual journey was more satisfying for me creatively, and I think for all of us spiritually. But then, you know, we got the other ending too.
The legal reason why I got home is irrelevant. Because it's not legality that's going to get us free. For the incarcerated and for us as a people.
Expound on that, brother, because I like where you're going with this. Expound on that.
Like, so what I'm saying is, like, we participate in this system. We vote, we pay our taxes, we do the thing, and it's not working. It's not working for nobody. So it's working for the people who set it up. That's true. It's working for you know, some, but it's for us.
The system is working for the people it was designed to work for.
Right. For us, it's a different story, and so my logic tell me it ain't gonna be that get me free.
No, I agree with that. I've been running that thought in my mind lately. Like, I think that we're just past the point of any political solutions.
No,
you know,
we need freedom now.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, you know.
Oh, Richie about to say something.
I was just gonna quickly say it's if you think about it, like, it's kind of silly to even believe that a system that was also set up by other flawed human beings is perfect. And that just by following the rules or voting or just like following the system that someone else set up, that's all that's needed. And when our problems are so great, like, actually, I think it calls upon us to say, okay, we can look at how this system is an improvement from, you know, the feudal system and kings and queens and serfs, and okay, we've improved from there, and there's much more improvement that needs to be done if we're going to live in integrity with each other in the earth.
I wanted to ask, you know, it's hard not to talk about this because you really want people to see it, right? You want people to see the ins and outs of this documentary. But I do want to ask about forgiveness, right? I was talking to Loren earlier, and she was like, certain things I just can't forgive, right? She was like, I can't, like, you know, my family can and I can't. And I think Charlamagne knows me. There's certain things I ain't forgiving. It's like, it just is what it is. It's just, how did you find, I would say, I don't even want to say the courage, but how did you break down and be able to forgive somebody, especially the person that, you know, killed your brother? How like, when did that happen? Was it immediately? Did it take some time? Was it talking to your dad who's a pastor? When?
When I met him, I had to make a decision. It is not a superpower. It is not an impossibility to you know, all due respect to the things you say you can't forgive, it's not.
I'm just not there yet. I'll get there one day. I'm just not there yet.
But truly, it's a matter of choosing it.
Mhm.
It's a matter of saying, to me, what this is how I defined forgiveness for myself in that moment. You kill my brother, right? How you get that back? How? He gone. Can't. Gone. What do you owe me now? Because that's what we're talking about in retribution and a retaliatory like system. It's like, now you owe me. So this man Jay killed my brother. Now you owe me. What do you owe me? You owe me my brother. What's the value of my brother's life? It ain't even yours. It ain't even your life for real. Your life is valued differently than my brother's. So I can't just take your life. So now I know you can't pay me back. So what I'm gonna do? Be mad my whole life? I know you can't give it back. I know you can't. That's first for forgiveness. I know you can't pay that debt. So forgiveness to me is releasing within myself what I think you owe me because you hurt me. It's just letting go this idea that you gonna somehow give it back or you gonna somehow realize that you owe it. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me letting go of what it is I think you owe me because you did me sour. Right? Now add to that, I did somebody foul. I did a number of somebody's foul throughout my life. And I am not like, that's not my legacy that I want to leave. It's not something that I want to be like, I want to be known for hurting people. Nobody wants to be known for hurting people. And when you hurt someone as seriously as I have, and you want to be accountable for it, then you got to look at all the parts of your life.
But you were accountable. If that individual wasn't accountable.
No. If he wasn't accountable, it don't make no difference.
It's just a self.
Are you accountable?
About you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Question: don't you got to give? You would have to give the person who killed your brother the same grace you would want the people, the family that you killed to give you, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
And I think that was clear for me. But I do not think that is a requirement for forgiveness, that you have to do an equal harm in order to forgive somebody who has harmed you. Because the truth is, we all commit harm daily, in some form or another. And I think for me to forgive, I knew I wanted it in my life. I was trying to be as accountable as I could be growing up in prison. But I knew I wanted forgiveness more than I wanted anything, because forgiveness symbolized being restored back to my community. It symbolized me being restored back to my value that my grandmother sees when she look at me, you know? But I know the more and more I become accountable, forgiveness isn't something I can ask for. It's not even, I just took everything, or I took a lot from you, and now I'm gonna ask you to give me something else, like give me grace. It's not something I feel willing to ask for. However, what I can do is plant the seed in the universe. I can plant the seed in my daily walk and in the way I live, and maybe it'll come back. Maybe it'll come to somebody who needs it in my life. But either way, a friend of mine, Chris Wachnick, used to always say, sow a seed from your greatest need. What you need the most, go give it to somebody.
Songs from the Hole, the documentary on Netflix right now. Definitely check it out, and we appreciate you guys for joining us.
Thank y'all for having us, truly.
James, JJ, 88 Jacobs, Contessa Gayles, and Richie Small R. Reseda. Thank you so much. That's the Breakfast Club.
On me.
Lauren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Okay, so The Reckoning, which is a new Diddy documentary, will stream on Netflix on December 2nd, and it will be brought to us by 50 Cent. So 50 Cent is the executive producer of the documentary, and then Alexandria Stapleton, who's an award-winning director, is also helping him bring this project to Netflix. Now, today, this morning, 50 Cent in Alexandria will be on Good Morning America. That goes live at 8 a.m. And we'll actually be revisiting once they're actually live so that we can kind of talk about what they're talking about and some exclusive details just around the full situation, and looking at things from both sides, from Diddy's side, but also 50 Cent's side. So we'll be back with some more exclusives in the next hour. But the background and the premise of this documentary is basically, it's supposed to be a conversation about how the industry puts celebrities on a pedestal, and when you do that, what this means. So Alexandria Stapleton says this isn't about the story of Sean Combs or the story of Cassie or the story of any of the victims or the allegations against him or the trial. Ultimately, this story is a mirror reflecting us as a public and what we are saying when we put our celebrities on such a high pedestal. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of people thought that 50 Cent was kind of like just trolling when he was talking about doing this documentary.
I thought he was too.
I didn't really know, because you just never know with 50 Cent, but for Netflix to be the platform that he's doing it on, when I saw it, I was like, oh, wow, okay. Only because Diddy has come after other places that have done documentaries. So he's currently suing, and this has been since February, for $100 million, NBC, Peacock, over a documentary that they did where his team alleges that they didn't vet a lot of the claims in the documentary. I think it's smart that 50 Cent waited until everything happened to do the documentary, but it is just a dicey situation to be in.
Didn't TMZ do one too?
TMZ did a couple documentaries on TV. But a lot of what normally when you do these documentaries, the attorneys want you to reach out and vet claims and allegations and get both sides. Diddy's attorneys are claiming that, like with the NBC Peacock situation, they said to them, hey, these things aren't true, and they still added certain things in the documentary that then certain lawsuits were dropped about and like whatever, so they went forward with their lawsuit. So yeah, there's a way that you can do it where you can protect yourself legally, but we'll see. They're supposed to have never before seen video.
That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
I heard him say that in the clip he posted last night from Robin Roberts. I'm wondering what does never before seen video
So
look like?
They actually begin rolling it out, and we'll have that in the next hour. One of the videos is actually, you guys remember Diddy was here in New York in that hotel waiting to turn himself in, but they ended up going and just getting him and locking him up. There's video from that time where he's actually going back and forth with his attorneys about this situation. Yeah, so this one's going to be a really close look as we figure out what it was like as Diddy was heading to jail. So we'll be back with more in the next hour.
So that's what it's about? Diddy when he's headed to jail?
It's a timeline. So I'm assuming it's going to start when the claims first started, because they do mention Cassie.
Don't assume. Do you know?
I'm telling you what the Netflix
okay.
rundown says. So according to the Netflix rundown, it's going to encompass everything, but they don't want it just to be about Cassie or just to be about victims or just to be about Diddy. So it seems like it's going to be the timeline of everything we've talked about up here, things we've never seen, interviews they say with people that are close or were close in Diddy's orbit. But the bigger conversation is, how did we get here? But we'll be back with more, and I'll have some exclusive details.
I wonder, that's going to be interesting, because 50 Cent is a rapper, right? And 50 Cent is a rapper who's, I guess, you consider him a gangster rapper, right? And him and Eminem and Dr. Dre. How do you hold a mirror up to hip hop without holding the mirror up to yourself as well?
There's a lot of people that have been asking that question.
I want to see it. I want to see how they did this. Based off what you just read us, I want to see.
Yes, it would be pretty interesting.
I want to see what it's about, like what the documentary is about. Is it just the rise of a hip hop person, or if it's based off of the sexual assault?
Seems like it's going to touch on a little bit of everything.
We're going to see tomorrow.
That was bad. Yeah. No, not tomorrow. We'll see next hour.
You heard that.
It goes live today. We'll see next hour. Now, in other news, taking a completely different turn.
The documentary comes out today. The interview drops today, but the documentary actually comes out tomorrow.
But you'll see some of the video. Yeah, December 2nd. But you'll see some of the video. They gave it exclusively to GMA. I know, because I tried to get it for us, but they said they couldn't because they had a situation with GMA already. But yeah, so we'll see and talk about some stuff in the next hour. Now, in other news, Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker. So I know you guys reported on their divorce and, all the things after 11 years. Now,
how you say we reported when she wrote the stuff for me? She wrote the script for me.
She wanted you to deliver the details.
I'll make sure you stayed up to date. But over the weekend, holiday weekend, Kandi had posted a photo of like their Thanksgiving dinner, and Todd wasn't in the photo. I wasn't surprised to not see him in the photo because she said that it's been tough, it's been a lot, it's been a long time coming. But she came in the comments and said, before anybody starts anything, he was here for Thanksgiving dinner, but he didn't stay for the photo. His daughter is the daughter that he had prior to Kandi is in the photo. Their children are in the photo or whatever, but people made it a thing. Now, I spoke to somebody who would know, who tells me that they're handling this the best way that they can. He was always invited to Thanksgiving dinner, was never not going to be invited. And people want to make it very salacious and, whatever, because they've been together for so long, but it's not that. I also saw a photo circulating of there's like a baby that was supposed to have happened, and that's why they 100% not true from what I'm told. So yeah.
When people explain themselves to social media, are they doing this because they really want to clear the air, or are they just doing this for their own engagement? Because I can't believe that people sit around and be like, I'm going to tell everybody why he didn't come to Thanksgiving dinner. Like,
well, he came.
But she just explained herself and said,
why you got to explain it to people like that?
You don't know none of these people. Like, what is the point? I don't understand. I really don't understand that logic.
And I'm actually shocked that Candy did that.
Well, I'm not, because Candy always, you know, she does her, what is it? Speak on it.
I mean, so is she doing it for her own engagement, or because she really cares about what people think?
Maybe it's a little bit of both, but I know in her Speak on It, she always addresses what's going on with her. Even on her Amazon Live, like she was like, "I'll talk about this when I'm ready," but she gave us enough. Like,
see that, yeah,
like she's a person that kind of interacts with her people.
But just to see the picture that she had posted
from
Thanksgiving, and then put in the caption for all y'all who won't think that he, you know, I was shocked to see her do
so she's
that.
doing it for engagement.
Yeah, because soon as I saw the picture, I was looking for Todd. I was like, all right, well, first Thanksgiving without him.
But I do get why Todd, reached out to you, or whoever you reached out to.
I
The
didn't
sources.
speak to Todd.
Oh, the sources, and said that he didn't cheat and he doesn't have a baby on the way. Because I would want to clear that one up immediately.
I think everybody's trying to figure out what happened. Yeah, and wrapping up, everybody's trying to figure out what happened. We still don't know. I didn't get that answer to that question, but from what I was told,
don't want nobody to know nothing about your own life.
You can know what you want to know.
Oh, we're going to open up the phone lines next hour. 800-585-1051. We're going to ask about, when you're dating with somebody, is it okay to pop the question? Do we go together? Do we go together?
Yeah, like, you might write her a note with the boxes to check yes, no, or maybe.
How you know I didn't get a note too?
You should be proud of
that. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but we got Donkey today up next. What we talking about?
Before after the hour, I'm spinning the block because I should have did this last week, but I need Joel Santana to come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a word with him.
You doing that now?
Yes, I am.
All right. I'm not mad.
We'll talk about it.
Kids ain't been reading all Thanksgiving break.
God. We'll get to it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Charlamagne, say the gang, don't get other Charlamagne.
You are a donkey. It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day does not discriminate. I might not have the song of the day, but I got the Donkey of the Day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit it with the heat.
Yeah, it's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Ed Sheeran, Donkey of the Day for Monday, December 1st goes to Joel Santana. Now, I know in this fast-moving media ecosystem, a story that's a week old like this one can be considered ancient. Okay, but damn it, if you're still eating Thanksgiving leftovers today, then shut it up. All right, your concept of old is off. But the reason I want to do this story is because we spoke about it last week during the latest, and I kept thinking to myself, why didn't I give Joel Santana Donkey of the Day for this? I was thinking about that over the holiday break, and it could be such a teachable moment. Okay, so let's spin the block, all right? Jules was on the No Funny podcast with Kenny, KP Supreme, and DP. Salute to those brothers. And Joel said that financial literacy holds more importance than reading. Let's go to the No Funny podcast to hear what Joel's had to say.
We gotta start teaching our kids, though, just financial wealth and literacy and all that early, because by the time they get to 9th grade, they should be just learning how to start businesses and how to. But they don't really need to learn how to read.
Wait, stop.
I say that respectfully. I'm not saying that in a way to be literate, because you're not supposed to be illiterate, but you can.
What's more important, reading or math?
Math. You can still obtain the information.
And
you don't have to know how to read. I believe common sense is better than everything. I'm on common sense. I'd rather have zero book smarts and common sense, be able to read the room, be able to read life, be able to read people. I try to understand people, understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, you can listen to a book.
You
you
gotta
could
read
listen.
your contract, Els.
You don't have to understand. You can listen to that, too. They got apps you could put it in and it'll read it to you. Are you crazy?
Now, I admit, I don't speak nigga like I used to, but I still speak it very fluently. Okay, and I understand a lot of what Joel Santana is attempting to say, and I want to tell you why I don't agree. First of all, there shouldn't be an either or to this discussion. All right, you should be able to read, and you should learn financial literacy. And, if you're going to learn financial literacy, you need to know how to read. Okay, you need to know how to read to really become financially literate. If you rely on the apps and audiobooks, then you're always going to be dependent on someone else's translation. But if you know how to read, then you have direct access to the information yourself. Then you can read it, okay? And what you can't comprehend, what you don't understand, then you can ask questions. That is the beauty of reading, okay? But you can't do any of that, all right? You can't comprehend or understand if you don't know how to read first. All right. Kids need to learn how to read. Full stop. All right. Adults need to know how to read. Full stop. Reading matters so much, man. First of all, reading strengthens your brain. Okay. When you're flipping pages, decoding sentences, visualizing ideas, it helps to build mental discipline. It builds your vocabulary. It builds your reasoning skills, even empathy. All right. Reading trains critical thinking, which is really a lost art nowadays. Okay. Books expose you to complexity. Okay. Not just in regards to understanding the complexity of financial literacy, but emotional intelligence. Okay. Moral judgment, pattern recognition. If you don't understand anything I'm saying right now, then there's another example of why you should read more. Okay, financial literacy is vital. There's no argument there, but there are studies that show financial education efforts produce better outcomes when coupled with general literacy. Okay, budgeting, investing, financial resilience, all improve when people have a broad literacy foundation. Also, guys, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but math and financial literacy are not the same thing. Okay, they overlap, but they're not the same thing. Math is like the toolbox, right? You got your numbers and your equations and, your operations and your logic, adding and the subtracting, the multiplying, dividing. Math is about how numbers work. But financial literacy is about how money works. Okay, it's about how people use money in the real world. So yes, you need math to understand financial literacy, especially in regards to percentages and interest rates and basic calculations. So I understand what y'all was trying to say in that conversation, but I need y'all to understand how stupid y'all look to a lot of people. Okay, nothing worse than watching a group of black men be happy about not knowing nothing. Okay, all right. It's nothing worse than watching a group of black men be happy about not being able to read. All right, Jewels, you from Harlem. Okay, you know who else was from Harlem? Malcolm X was from Harlem. And Malcolm X used reading to realize his full potential. I would say reading is the superpower that turned Malcolm Little into Malcolm X. Okay, Malcolm X once told Alex Haley, I knew right there in prison that reading had changed forever the course of my life. As I see it today, the ability to read awoke inside me something long dormant, craving to be mentally alive. That was Malcolm X. You know what my daddy used to say? He used to say, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. All right? All right? That right there should make us intellectually curious enough to want to know what the hell they hiding from us. All right? Pick up a damn book, kids. All right? Everything that Jewels was saying you should learn can be learned by reading. Books teach history and culture. And, most importantly, something that's missing from the world, they teach you context. All right? The world is out of context because people don't even understand. They don't even understand what context is nowadays. And you can do audiobooks. Okay, you can do audiobooks. I recommend you do both. All right? But I'm telling you, if you want to work out your brain, if you want to, do some exercise on your brain, read. Okay? And it's more important now than ever that we read, because according to the National Literacy Institute, not only are 21% of American adults illiterate, but also 130 million adults are now unable to read a simple story to their children. You can't even give your kids Cat in the Hat. Okay? You don't know how to read to your kids, man. That's something money can't buy. Okay, reading to your kids before bedtime, you can't put a dollar amount on that. But the way this world is going, you're going to have kids in first grade reading to daddy before he goes to bed, if the father's even in the house. Okay, listen, I'm all for teaching our people how to handle money. Okay, I'm all for teaching our people how to invest and build businesses. But to think that reading is secondary is like saying the foundation don't matter as long as you got nice windows. Okay, I promise you, one of the fastest ways to level up is reading. Okay, that's how you learn. That'll teach you how to question things. That'll teach you how to think. That's what literacy teaches you how to do. Read, learn, question, think. So kids, okay, invest in your mind. All right, invest in your mind just like you want to invest in your pockets. Not because you're trying to get rich, but so you can stay sharp and not sound illiterate on somebody's podcast. Please give Joel Santana the biggest hee-haw. Okay. Just wanted to put that on record. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Dumb, yo.
Yes. What?
It's sad.
It is.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you just decide. But you know where the frustration comes from, right?
Where?
It comes from him being in the industry early, making all this money, and then losing a lot of it, and being damn near broke, and saying, I wish I knew generational wealth and financial literacy to figure out what to do with that money. Because he's probably in a situation where it was like, I wish I knew what to do with the money more than anything else.
Yeah.
But it's also with
You still
reading.
need to know how to read.
Yeah, it's also with the
And
reading.
you a rapper.
Yeah.
The more you read, the better you get as an MC.
Yeah.
Like you in the world economy.
But that comes from, I'm sure, personal, the fact that he had a whole lot and had all this money and money coming in, and he didn't know what to do with the finance, what to do with the money, how to invest, and he lost it all. So that's where that frustration comes from, him saying, I wish I went to class and did, financial literacy opposed to
But the moral of the story
reading.
is
But
it's not an either or.
no, it's not.
It's all encompassing. It's all part of education. It's all part of an education that you should try to acquire on this planet while you're here. All of it.
I agree. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, Charlamagne. Now, can we bring Loren back in? Can we have a real conversation? 800-585-1051.
It's the Jewels instrumental, yo. Y'all crazy, yo.
800-585-1051. Now, over the weekend, she went out of the country for her birthday, and during this, I guess, vacation, her babe put on, I guess it was like a note on the window that said, will you go out with me? So the question is,
so cute.
800-585-1051. Is it necessary to ask the question, will you go out with me?
First of all,
Do you have to ask whether I'll go out with you?
as an uncle, I was embarrassed. And the reason I was embarrassed
For Lauren or for
because
him?
you already out the country. So you already went out the country with the guy. So clearly y'all have established something.
Right.
So you post a picture and your close friends, and on the window it says, will you be my girlfriend? I thought it was a proposal. I ain't taking you out the country to ask you to be my girlfriend.
When I seen all the roses and everything, I said,
He wanted to
I said, who's going to
formally
walk
ask
Loren
her.
down the aisle? What's up?
I thought you was getting proposed to.
who's
And then
gonna walk
but
Loren down the-
see, I know how to read. So when I read when I read it, I was like, will you be my girlfriend?
Yes, I thought it was really, really cute. Why do you hate it so
I
bad?
thought it was cute. And then that only sets him up for the proposal. What the hell we gonna do for that if he had to take
But
you
shouldn't
to
y'all know, though?
the
Like,
Bahamas?
we're
Know
not
what?
16 anymore. Like,
I went out the country together.
So at that
did Chris
point-
have to ask you, do we go out? Or did y'all just was like... See?
Did he ask you?
Exactly.
We gotta
He
wrap.
didn't ask
Let's
you.
come back.
No, I needed to know for sure.
Let's discuss. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're taking your calls, 800-585-1051. Now, over the weekend, our very own Loren was on a vacation for her birthday. And, she posted everything so cool. It was so nice. Everything was so dope. Then all of a sudden, we see this room with roses and flowers. And then on the window, it says, will you go out with me?
Will you be my girlfriend?
Will you be my girl? So we're asking 800-585-1051.
I think it's crazy that y'all think
Do
it's
you have
crazy
to
that I
ask
wanted
whether
to know.
you go out with somebody? Is it
100%.
necessary to ask the question, will you go out with me? That is what it is. I guess
think
that's the
it's-
question.
I think it's cute. And yes, to answer your question before we went to break, yeah, Chris did ask me to be his girlfriend.
How did he ask you?
He just straight asked me over dinner. He ain't take me out. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
He ain't take me to
Y'all
Mexico.
was just
He
together.
just was-
Y'all was just together. After that first dinner, y'all was just together.
No, we did not.
Hola, mamacita. You gonna be mi amo.
Shut up. No, but I thought it was very, very cute. I think he just wanted to court her like the right way. I mean, because I guess it's been unspoken. Y'all were dating for a while.
It's
You
been a
didn't
thing,
know.
but I did make a big deal because I'm like, it's a thing, but I felt like the last time I was in a relationship, that relationship started, I was like 19, 20.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been asking, even here, I'm like, how do you have that conversation as an adult? Like, what is it like? I didn't remember what it was like.
Formally
so
asked.
when we just like, we linked and then we never, like, we've been together since. So it kind of like just
Mm-hmm.
turned into a thing. And I was like, let's have the conversation. So we had the conversation. Then I was like, I feel like that was supposed to be cuter. Like, it was supposed to be a thing. And he was like, that
So
makes
you
no
said
sense.
that.
Like, if we together and we doing this and we've made it exclusive and we whatever, why does all that matter? And then when I walked, it was kind of funny because when I walked in, I was like, you get on my nerves because I made it such a thing. And he's like, if we've talked about it, why is it a thing? And I'm like, I want all the bells and whistles all
And
the
so
time.
he delivered, and that's
Exactly, and
where
that's
the
what
trip
he's
to the
supposed to
Bahamas
do.
and the,
So why is it stupid?
And the relationship proposal came
Ben,
from.
my man, what's
Side-eye
going on?
Charlotte. Go ahead. What?
Well, now, as a very judgmental unk, I try to mind my business
Okay.
and talk behind your back.
All right.
And you thought I put you in my close friends? I would never.
But since you bringing it to the radio, let's discuss.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you've been telling us that you had a man for a while.
Yes.
I personally know you was too nigga low. Okay?
Damn.
But you've been like, no, stop saying that. I got one boyfriend. That's what you've been telling me.
Yes,
stop saying that. I got
that.
one boyfriend. I got one boyfriend. I got one boyfriend. My man, my man, my man. But to me, if that was your man and y'all go out the country and he finally asked you to be his girlfriend, I'm like, Oh, so you was the only person acknowledging that you was in a relationship up until that point.
No,
damn.
baby.
That's why I'm taking it.
No, you taking it that way because you like a plot twist. We all know how the girls get down. We know how the girls get down. It's been a thing.
What do we talk about in life? We talk about how things have to be in context. All I saw was a picture. And the picture said on the glass, "Will you be my girlfriend?"
But I sit with you here every day, and I tell you that's my boyfriend. I tell you what's going on.
We know this. Lululemon.
Damn.
So we know this. But so when I
you
see
think
this,
I'm a delusional girl?
I'm just going off what I saw.
Envy, you think I'm a delusional girl?
Envy, when you saw it, what did you think?
I thought it was funny. I laughed.
And we laughed
But what did you
too.
think though? You didn't think like, damn, he just asking her to be girlfriend.
Yeah, see, but this is the thing. I did think that, but now when you explain it,
no,
but when I first seen it,
we laughed too
when
because
I
it's
first
like
saw it, I was like, damn, they just asking, they just getting to this now.
All the way out
But
the country.
when you break it down, it's cute. It's the fact you had the
Right.
conversation.
Right.
It was something that was bubbling in a relationship, and he was like, I'm just going to ask her officially.
Yeah,
on
right.
because
vacation.
Loren
So it
does
is
the
cute.
most.
So I didn't know the backstory.
And that was certified.
All right, you didn't ask either.
But this what you don't understand. You're posting this to the world.
I don't care.
So the whole world is like, damn, they out the country and he just asking her to be his girlfriend.
you know
on the
what-
radio for a whole
you
year,
know what people-
talking about she got a man.
You know what? No,
like
you know
that.
people were asking me. Everybody was like, "So did you say yes? You didn't. You left us with a cliffhanger." And I was like, "I didn't
No,
do that."
everybody in the
yes,
chat
it's my
asking why
man.
was you on that stripper pole? That's what the chat is asking. But let's go
Why
to the
was
phone.
she
line.
on? She was on a stripper pole.
Oh, you see the stripper pole?
No, I ain't seen
That was a video Jess missed. She got all the other videos. She missed that one.
Yeah, I bet you as soon as you saw her on that script pole, he was like, God damn it, I spoke too soon. I shouldn't ask her to be my girlfriend.
Hello,
Okay,
Hello, who's this?
Eddie.
Hello, this Christian from Miami, Broward County to be more specific.
Talk to us, brother. What's your thoughts?
It's foolish, man. I had like 3 girlfriends. I don't know. I feel like it's some high school stuff to ask her, especially if you're taking her out of town.
Not the town.
That's what I'm saying.
Out the country.
That's my point. And on top of that, I feel like females, they really just like it more so just for the post more than anything. They want to make that IG post. They, want to feel special, go brag to their friends. That's just my opinion. I've had 3 girlfriends. I never asked one to be my girlfriend,
Yo, by the way, if you posting that on the gram, you are childish and you need
No,
to grow
you're not.
Don't
That
nobody
was
care about your
so
little go together at big 30s plus years
If
old.
I wanted to do it for the gram, there was so much more I could have
If you
posted.
get
I kept a
married,
lot between us.
If you get
because
proposed, yes. You know what I'm saying? If you get proposed to, yes.
My proposal will be a thing. It'll be a whole unveiling. It'll be exclusive somewhere, potentially like Essence, Vogue, whatever. We'll figure it out. But it was cute, and I wanted to share it.
I just think it's crazy to go out the country with somebody that's already been sweating on you and have them ask you just to be
That
their girlfriend.
has been my man. What's wrong with me?
I think it's
what's
cute.
Wrong?
I get it now in context.
Yes, because what's wrong with that? Sim actually was with me when we first started having a conversation.
No,
we were
first of all, stop taking advice from single women.
No.
That's number one.
She actually told me I was doing a bit too much.
Oh, okay.
Sim
There you go,
Sim
Sim.
was like, look, this man has already been dedicated to you. Y'all talked about what y'all need to talk about. You're being the bells and whistles. Why does that
You just
matter
want
to
it.
you?
There's nothing
And
wrong
I
with
was like,
that.
I just think
you
it's
didn't
cute.
have that. You didn't have that young love, so you want that love now.
Wait, I did have young love. What do you mean?
No. You said you haven't been in a relationship since you was 19.
Yeah, but I was young. So what do you mean?
And then so now you're an adult. And
Oh,
now
you
this
mean
is
like
your
a real thing?
first
Yeah,
real relationship as an adult.
Yes.
And you want it to be formally asked. Can you,
gotta
be somebody's
formally ask me
girlfriend?
everything. I also want to just, even when we had the conversation, I was like, I just want to know blurred lines because I was a little bit like, are we not? Like, what's happening?
So you didn't know this whole year? This whole year you've been in
Eddie, how long ago was it when I told y'all I needed to have a conversation because I was confused?
We're gonna take
that
some
was
more
a
calls.
long time ago
So you
before
were
that trip.
confused for a long
It was
time.
a long time
So
before the trip.
And just until this vacation, you finally got clarity?
No.
You out here letting them sweat on you?
No, that sounds crazy because you've been claiming them, and if you just
Y'all are making this into.
We're making this.
Y'all are making this a
All
thing.
right.
That confusion was like 7 months ago.
So you've been confused for 7 months?
No, stupid.
So when did you get clarity?
I've been at clarity. This was just a little cherry on
But y'all
top.
just did this for the gram.
I should never posted it.
585-1051.
I was
Let's
drunk
discuss.
and happy. And
It's the
just-
Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, is DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, Loren LoRosa was on her little vacation, and she posted a video, and in the hotel room there was roses and flowers, and then written on the window said, "Will you be my girlfriend?"
Will you be my girlfriend? She already out the country. Been claiming this man for a whole year.
But now she
And
says she knows.
And the guy just made it official.
I've been new, y'all. I've been new.
At least now it's official?
No, it been official. It's just
for the gram.
So what's the difference now? Like, is it a phone up relationship? But like, you can say, "Here, babe, here's my phone," and you can say, "I'm taking your phone."
No, the
been
difference
there.
is now.
Been there.
The internet, no.
Oh, the internet.
That's the
Y'all got
difference.
each other's password.
And I'm not gonna call you two nigga low no more because now I understand why you was still hanging on to two guys.
Very good.
You was waiting for one to make it
Wait
official.
for the question.
That's
You get
all
on my
it was.
nerves.
You was
That is
making
not
it for one to make it
true.
official. You just
No.
that's basically what you telling us.
No.
I get
It
it
had
now.
nothing to do with the
You
other
had to have a
people.
backup plan. And I remember you saying something like that a long
What
time
did
ago.
I
You was
say?
like,
What are
whoever
you about to
steps up.
say?
I remember you saying something
Oh,
like
I
this.
said who? Yeah, I mean he wasn't even. No,
You telling on yourself.
Don't let him
no,
tell
because we got
She
the
finally
recording.
admits to being
That was way before he was
I'm never
even in
taking
the
you to court.
picture. That was
I'm never
way.
taking you to court.
Oh my God.
Break down.
Jesus,
that's
wild.
That was in
You
February,
finally admitted.
early February, and I was joking.
No, it was around Valentine's Day.
Yes, it
and
was.
I remember you said, whoever step up. I remember you said that.
Right.
You had your own episode of Love Island going on.
Damn.
Low Island.
Damn.
Now I went to the
told on
finale
yourself,
episode.
Good. Then you told on yourself. Hello, who's this?
Damn.
Oh my gosh, hey y'all, this is Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
What's up?
Hey y'all. So first of all, Charlamagne and Envy, y'all haters.
Thank you.
There's
Thank
nothing
you.
wrong with Loren. Because it's nothing wrong with her boyfriend asking her in the cutest way to be his girlfriend. And in this climate of dating, we actually need to establish if we're going to be together, if we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Because if not, it leaves room for error. Because if they just acting like they together and they not, that's when people start, acting funny, like having other people on the side. And then it's like, I mean, we didn't say that we were together. So what's wrong with him establishing that they're together?
I'm going to let you know, Unc is a hater. I'm a big hater, okay? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure that my people are being represented properly at all times. She been out here claiming this man for a whole damn near year, and he just getting around to asking her to be his girlfriend?
I mean, they could have did it in private, and y'all just didn't know about it.
And that's exactly what I just told him.
That is not what you just
That
told
is.
him.
I said we had a conversation
Everybody just heard what you just told him.
a long time ago. The confusion was a long time ago. It was clear.
No, you were confused. You just told us that you were the one that was confused, and you just told us that you was waiting on one of these men to properly step up ever since
That's
Valentine's
what dating
Day.
We call
is
that
about.
monkey barring. You hold on to one and wait for the other one, and then you go
What
to
do
the
you
other one.
when you're y'all ain't never been
I don't like a
single?
Dominican.
Yeah.
I'm not Dominican.
I don't like a Dominican.
It's relationship style called monkey bar. You hold on to one until the other
What do
one's
you
ready.
want y'all daughters that are single and
Look at that monkey just swinging from one monkey to the next.
That's
and who's the monkey? Me or him?
No, you hold on to the ball. Anyway, go ahead.
Don't even go into
You're
it.
supposed to date and figure things out and then lock in with what makes the most sense and what it's like, where your passion and your love is. No, don't dap me up about nothing.
Come on,
No.
Come on, that's what I'm talking about.
No, it's never been 2-0.
You just admitted to it.
This
Could
was
you
before
stop?
him.
Could you stop? Could you stop?
I'm gonna let you
just
get the moral.
admitted to
So
it.
what's the moral of your story?
The moral of the story is there's nothing wrong with clarity. Period.
There you go.
At all.
Boom.
I want to be clear about everything in my life in this season.
Even if it's 8 months in, I get it.
I don't care if you
Even
got
if
it.
it's 8 months in.
I don't care if you got to ask me or tell me 3, 4, 5,000 times. If you want to tell me and show your love for me, keep doing it. I love that. Love to see it. Love to be a part of it. I had a great birthday and I got great gifts. And I'm going to Ghana for New Year's Eve. With my man, it was my birthday gift. For New Year's Eve, for Dirty December.
Okay, so maybe he'll propose.
Oh, don't put that pressure on her.
It's not too early for that. If he proposed, I would say yes.
Oh,
But
okay.
You would say yes?
yes, 100%. But I want. He knows I want my proposal. I want
That's
my grandmother
pressure.
and everybody to be there. My grandma ain't flying to Ghana, so that ain't happening.
Nice.
You
dog.
can do it
stop
twice, though.
putting
You can
pressure
do
on
it
this
twice. You
man,
can do it in
telling him
Ghana
how
and
you
when you
want
come back
things.
home in front of the family. That'd be
See,
cute.
twice is. If I would have said do it twice, you'd be like, "What? He
Nah,
got to
'cause,
propose twice." You ain't
Ghana's
believe it.
different, and then
What?
you
Can I say something respectfully?
No.
No.
Why would you want to propose to somebody in Delaware? Like if you get like seriously,
yeah, I
you
ain't
know what I'm
gonna
saying?
lie,
Like, why are you
yeah,
putting that
yeah.
on?
It could be in New York. You can get in a car and go anywhere. My grandmother's not getting on a plane or boat.
Okay, but god damn.
But that's what I said.
What's
I
wrong
said
with
do it twice.
Delaware?
That is a little crazy to
You know
get
what I'm
down
saying?
on your knee in the middle of Delaware.
You
Like,
from
it's-
Baltimore, he can't even get down. He gotta really stay down if he get down in Baltimore.
I appreciate the jokes about Baltimore, but we have a bigger city. You can sit Delaware inside of the hood. And
But we got good stuff. We got a waterfront
good stuff too.
Y'all
got a waterfront
Y'all
now?
got Ball Harbor. We got waterfront. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nah, but
we
they
got
got-
other things more than
What's the
than
thing that
harbor.
we used to book when you were a kid, like the Veterans Inn, like the little inn thing where you could rent them out? You could do that and it'd be dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a waterfront. So
inn.
They got waterfront?
Yes, with nice restaurants and beaches. We do.
Okay.
There's actually a gay beach. I bet you know.
Oh, I got gay beach in
Stop being homophobic.
That's what's up.
I'm not. I'm just being inclusive while you know the beaches. That is not homophobic.
Yes, it is.
You know,
Don't
I
be
support
like
you,
that.
all of your people.
All right, we got the latest with Loren coming up. What we talking about?
We do got the latest. So we are going to go back 50 Cent. So he is telling all about his new documentary. He sat down with Good Morning America and Robin Roberts, and we're going to get into it.
Well, let's get to it now.
Lauren becoming a straight fat.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
All right, so 50 Cent in Alexandria, who is working with him on this documentary, sat down with Robin Roberts and Good Morning America to talk about Sean Combs' The Reckoning, which is a new documentary that he is bringing to Netflix about Diddy and everything that has been happening over this last year or so. And it airs tonight at midnight, so December 2nd. It's live on Netflix. It's a 4-part series. Now, they talk about a lot of things. So first, you get to see some of the footage that 50 Cent was able to obtain that was never before seen, and these are the days leading up until when Diddy was arrested. Let's take a listen to days leading up to arrest.
Never before seen footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack,
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
It was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that's all we get to see now. But in the actual documentary, you get to go more into those days with him. Now, here is the crazy part about all this. So
it's all crazy.
I was thinking, if he filmed that, how the hell we hear it?
So Diddy had a video person, a photographer that was always with him.
Right.
These couple days, that video person sent someone and didn't come on his own. Diddy has a legal agreement, from what I'm being told by his team. He had a legal agreement with that videographer, photographer. They are not for sure if it covers this person that would have sold or whatever, however 50 Cent obtained this footage. There was also a disagreement between Diddy and this person who shot this footage. This guy was never paid, and they didn't find that out, his attorneys, until this documentary dropped. So all of that stuff, edited, unedited, that was shot in that time, they are, I mean, if they bought it and they owned it the right way, and Diddy's team is still checking that out, it's there to be used. So we are about to see some things that I'm sure if he was in control of, we might not have seen. Now, they also get into the fact that people are saying 50 Cent is just trying to take Diddy or add on to what Diddy is going through because it's personal. Let's take a listen.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me type of thing, and it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, you know, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
Was that the whole context of what 50 said? Did you edit something? I need to hear the whole context.
Crazy.
That's
No,
hilarious.
that's it. But y'all know 50 Cent is also, you know, he's being a little humorous at the same time.
Of course. We don't know that. And for all we know, Diddy really made him feel uncomfortable when Diddy said he wanted to take him shopping.
He's been talking about that for years.
50 has been talking about that for years. Remember, Diddy was up here and Diddy was like he wanted to take 50 shopping.
50 stupid to it. That's one of the people you don't play with. If you got problems with him, you got problems with him for life. Now, question, who else is on the documentary?
So, listen, they have jurors that are part of it. Aubrey O'Day, who was a former member of Danity Kane and Making the Band. Kirk Burrows, who was co-founder of Bad Boy.
What about the guy who rubbed the semen on his nipples?
I don't know that that squirt's name.
Oh my God. It wasn't a Punisher? That wasn't a Punisher?
No, it was a different one.
That was the finisher.
Hey, yo.
D1 Eric Sermon, Roxanne Johnson.
Eric Sermon from EPMD?
Rapper and former member of EPMD. Roxanne Johnson, who was ex-wife of Bad Boy artist Craig Mack. Mark Curry, who's a former Bad Boy artist. Kalina Harper, which I think is also insane because you guys know she's a former member of Dirty Money.
Yeah.
And this is so it was her and it was Dawn. Remember, people were alleging that Diddy might have paid her off or something because allegedly because there was contact between him and her, and she was saying that what Dawn was saying wasn't true. Brooklyn Baps, who was on Making the Band, Clayton Howard, Capricorn Clark. I'm like, how Capricorn Clark, who's a former assistant and creative director of Bad Boy.
She had some good testimony. That was the one that was in the car when they
allegedly blew up his car.
Yeah, but I'm like, yo, how did he get her in this? I don't know. Yeah, there's about to be in the jurors.
Why do you think she wouldn't do a doc? She testified.
Yeah, against them.
I mean, I don't know. But the jurors, I think,
Anna thinks she wants to write a book.
Yeah,
it's like,
she does.
Why wouldn't she do a doc?
I just thought maybe she. No, I don't know.
Listen,
she's going through her own experiences.
Over here, girl.
It is.
Like, I cannot believe
the jurors too. Even like the people who
they talk to the jurors as well.
Yeah, they talk to. It just says jurors with an S. So I don't know, like,
damn, 50?
who, whatever.
Well, we get to watch. Well, tomorrow. Comes out tonight.
Tonight at midnight.
Yeah, I'm staying up for that. To watch it tomorrow.
Now let's take a listen.
I'm staying up for this one.
I'm gonna stay up for it too.
I'm gonna watch this one.
So a lot of people have been talking about, whether this turns another bad light onto hip hop and hip hop being attacked, and like why 50 Cent wants to be the person that adds into this. Let's take a listen to 50 talk about that.
Do you think that hip hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would have interpreted it as hip hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
Yo, this has nothing to do with hip hop, and I hate when they do that. Like when Harvey Weinstein is on trial, nobody says, "Well, is this Hollywood on trial?" And when Abercrombie and Fitch guys on trial, nobody says, "Is the clothing industry on trial?" Like, no, this has nothing to do with hip hop. No. This was one man's choices. That's it. This is about Diddy and nothing else. This ain't got nothing to do with no damn hip hop. But I hate when they do that.
I'm sure you're gonna see a bunch of lawsuits because if that guy worked for Diddy and he sold that footage to somebody else, he had to be under contract, right?
Well,
there had to be stipulations because there's no way Diddy's gonna have people around him that he does not own that footage. I can't see I can't see that.
That was the first question I asked.
Did you make a mistake that big?
You know what I mean? Like, and then how the hell you gonna let him just leave with the footage?
So
that footage come with me. That SD card come with me.
So I don't have any confirmations of any legal action as of yet, but the statement that I received from Diddy's team says that we have confirmed that Netflix used footage that was never authorized for release, including private moments. The footage was created for an entirely different purpose under an agreement that was never completed. So for background information, what I was told was that Diddy's team says that there was supposed to have been a conversation between Netflix and Diddy, and he was recording footage, Diddy, to do his own documentary. But once he was told he was not going to have full creative control, he backed out of the situation with Netflix. And they believe that this is some of the footage that was being used for that. But from what I was told, there's a contract with the original photographer, videographer, but they don't know if it covers this guy yet. So they're still trying to sort that out. To see if there's any legal steps that they can take.
And then I wonder if legal steps are taken, do they go after the videographer? Because he's the one that allegedly sold it, right? So they would have to go after him because they made the deal with him, correct? Maybe not. I don't know.
The doc's already coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out. You're going to see it. Even if it's pulled down, you're going to watch it. Yeah.
Everybody going to watch it tomorrow. They're going to record it. And plus, it's Netflix, right? Netflix ain't even going to put that out unless they've already crossed all the T's.
Dotted their I's, crossed the T's.
Dotted their T's. Huh?
I said cross the T's and dot the I's. You said dotted the T's. I said cross the T's and dot the I's.
No T's.
And crossing no I's.
I said cross the T's and dot the I's.
Who the hell cross-eyed? You always trying to throw shots at Loren. I'm sick of it.
What?
Wow. What? How I get this?
What?
How I get
this? I'm just sick of this, Loren. I got your back.
No legal action can happen from it, though, right? That's it.
I don't know because they don't know yet what what were the terms and not the terms or all that, but they did tell me that their legal team is formally notifying Netflix of the fact that they feel like that this was unauthorized use of, like, you know, all the things that they just said.
Yeah, like Charlotte says, too late.
Yeah,
Netflix ain't putting this out unless they have
already
done
done
all
their
their
due
due
diligence.
diligence.
It's a wrap.
But y'all know he got this appeal coming up, so I don't know character-wise how this might help, because a judge and anybody like this,
and that was my point.
Yeah, and I asked that, and they said, listen, not legally, but judges are human, and maybe they get some emotional spirit out of this and render a decision based on some of that. Which
and Diddy just need to go peel some potatoes. Okay, dog, he done appealed how many times? Like, it's like just do the time. Like it's like it's
he works
okay.
at the chapel, sir. He does books, not food.
Oh, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, go do the time. Like, this is it is what it is. You got 2 years, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. Now, when we come back, we got the mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let me salute all my pops. Today's my pop's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
Happy birthday, pops.
Big OG Dominican.
He's not Dominican. He's nowhere near Dominican. But
How
salute
is he
the
not
pops.
Dominican?
He's not
went
Dominican.
There, you just went there.
Dominica. It's totally two different things. Dominica.
Whatever, man. I'm not arguing with you
Oh,
about
my
you.
goodness.
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, man, he don't know that.
I'm not arguing with
He
you
don't know
about
that.
you.
I'm gonna give you a number. Let him say, give you some of them '90s words that you forgot about. That's what he's gonna call you. And also, salute to American Dream. I brought my daughter there this weekend for her birthday. You know, American Dream is not just a mall in Jersey. They got everything: amusement rides, games, Legoland.
Happy belated birthday,
Mirror
baby
craze.
Peyton.
We had a great time.
That's
so
what's up.
salute to everybody that I seen at the American Dream. My daughter's having a good time. She's home today though, but. Whole family's sick. I think I gave him everything.
Oh, damn.
Everybody had a sore throat
That's
last
your
night.
ass.
That's
You
me.
started that.
Yep. So if I get it again, I can give it to y'all. Like,
Nah, I won't be here.
if I got it, you got it.
Yeah, but they got sick.
Now you out in Connecticut this weekend?
Yes, I am. I'm in Hartford at the Funny Bone Comedy Club. We got 2 shows this Friday and 2 shows this Saturday. So are we on in Hartford, Connecticut? Do y'all know or no?
We on somewhere.
We on in Connecticut.
Okay. Well, if y'all hear my voice, y'all get y'all tickets, JessHilariousOfficial.com. I will be doing meet and greet at the late show on Friday and the late show on Saturday. In Baltimore City, be prepared. December 13th, we got 2 free shows at the Nevermore Hall, which is already sold out. Sold out in like 7 minutes, but it's free. So I expected that your admission is a toy, a brand new toy. Do not bring no old ass toys up in there for no kids, right? I need y'all to bring brand new toys. Everybody got to have a toy. Also, if because the tickets was free, and if it's a group of y'all that come as 4, I need 4 toys. Don't think one toy gonna get a group in. All right. So I see you, Baltimore, December 13th at the Nevermore Hall for 2 free shows.
There you go. All right. And yeah, we're on in Hartford because they can hear us, and also New Haven, Connecticut. All right.
Got you. Okay, good.
Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
Yes, the positive note is simply this. It is December 1st, so we are officially in the Christmas season, man. And I want y'all to know that Christmas isn't a season, it's a feeling. And the best way to spread holiday cheer is to be the joy you wish to see in the world. So let's remember that all Christmas season long, okay? Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches! Y'all finished or y'all done?